There's been an announcement with Barclays Spaces for Sport about the role models in terms of sportsmanship, and they were topped by Roger Federer and Steffi Graf. Can you give me your reaction to that result?
I can relate to that also. I think they have been Steffi Graf, when she was a tennis player, has been excellent. The way also she played the game, very sporty. Also, didn't moan too much about decisions against her. The same was also with Roger Federer. Also, he won so many trophies and has been very good also around the tennis court, off the tennis court also. And if you would ask us this question of this poll maybe 2 months ago, maybe Tiger Woods would be on that.
And personally, what's the greatest moment of sportsmanship you've seen, either first hand or on television?
For me, what is outstanding, I don't know the name again, but I remember that there was an athlete who was at the Olympic Games, and when he was running, tore a muscle, and his father helped him getting over the finish, and that was for me the best moment of sportsmanship that I have ever seen, because everybody could feel the grief, could felt also the fact that he had worked so hard to get there, and then when the moment is there that you get an injury like that, so that is for me the most outstanding moment for me personally.
And we're talking about sort of the Barclays Spaces for Sport initiative. Why is it winning not the most important thing when you're playing sport?
It depends on if you are an amateur, that is not the case. It's just doing sports in general. Keep yourself healthy. It has also in your social life, it can be very important, because everything as an individual. I always liked sports when you do in a team, because that's if you understand what it is to play in a team, then you're taking care of each other also much more. So therefore, that has been important for me. But as a professional, you are there only to win, and then of course sometimes it's still difficult to stay in that line of sportsmanship, and then it's also very difficult, to be a role model, because of the tension you get and of the pressure you get from outside, and to maintain that sportsmanship is the most difficult part. But you still have to, think about that it is a sport.
There's some great work being done by Spaces for Sport in terms of Zambia. How important do you think that work is?
Oh, it's very important. I think that sport unites people. It moves people also. I've been in Africa for a whole lot of times. And when you try to educate kids about diseases like HIV, and you just talk on school about it, some people, that goes one ear in and the other one out. Also, the thing is also that most people in Africa live up till 30, 40 years of age, and they die. So in the beginning, when I was there, some people didn't even believe that there was a disease like HIV. And because of sport, all of a sudden you can unite people, you can bring people together, and all of a sudden, and then you educate people, you talk about it, especially when you yourself have been a sportsman. All of a sudden people listen to you. You educate them, and then you can reach a much bigger audience than you normally do.
Is it important that sportsmen and women are positive role models in their communities?
Yeah, it can be very important, because if it's not only that, but it's if you see, for instance, an example, Ivory Coast was the first time that Ivory Coast went to the World Cup. There was a civil war there, and the civil war stopped because they wanted to see the national team. So it means that sports move people. There can be done something out of that, and I think that Barclays did a wonderful job to take an initiative like that in Zambia, put a place like this where people gather around all of a sudden, and they forget all their other problems with each other and just go for one thing, and that is maybe playing football, but maybe playing tennis, rugby, whatever it is.
Moving back to your old passion, football, there's a big match happening this weekend, Arsenal against Manchester United. What's your view on that game?
I look forward to it. Last year I was also there, and then Man United won it. There's a lot of things going on at the moment. Arsene is having a hard time, even though his team is doing well. I think it's for Arsenal. It's a great opportunity to show them against a team that plays football that they are a better side. You know, if you moan about the physical part that the teams put in when they play Arsenal, so therefore it's his possibility to show the crowd, okay, this is what Arsenal is all about. I'm happy with the fact that Arsenal plays like that. Everybody loves it also. Arsene Wenger is also putting a point to everyone to say, hey, look, I do it my way and I will show you that it can be done. I hope he will, although I think it's difficult. I mean, you still need a little bit of a physical presence in that team.
And your old team is top of the Barclays Premier League, and your old teammate Carlo Ancelotti. What do you think of the work he's doing there?
Oh, he's doing well. I think he plays exactly the same way he did with Milan, who gave him a lot of success. The players love to play also like that, I think he showed, especially on the moment that a lot of players had to go to the African Nations Cup, that he still provided them with wins. And also with a lot of goals, so therefore he's doing well. I hope he wins also the championship here, and it would be a great success for Chelsea in general.
And final question, you mentioned it earlier. Have you seen any of the African Cup of Nations at all?
I saw it, yeah, I saw it. It is the thing is, it's always impressed me if you can see how physical, how good these players are. A lot of players also play a lot in Europe, so they have much more of a tactical awareness. The tactical awareness they had also, but the discipline in that tactical awareness, and so therefore they can be a threat at the World Cup in 2010 in South Africa.
And final question: it's Egypt-Ghana, I think, on the final Sunday. Who are you going to be cheering for?
It's good. I don't know so much. You know, for me, the most important is that I see a good game and that the best may win. And it's for Egypt, of course, it's very hard to swallow the fact that you win against Algeria 4-0. Of course, it was very controversial that game, but it was at least a 4-0 win, and you don't go to the World Cup. But at least if they win it again, it will, I think, be the third time that they win it. So it would be great for Egypt. But Ghana is doing well.